over time I've learned step by step on my own how to do set up my business. So I want to share that. I want to share the basics. I'm not the all everything guru on it, but I do know how to get the basics lined up, and I just want to share what I've done to start my sip and paint business, which I absolutely love, and I also have a fine art business as well. So I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about how I did it, and I just want to wait a couple more minutes to see if I get a few more people to jump on board to listen to what I have to say. Get your tea. Queen Bee got hers. So it's about 80, maybe 82 degrees here in Paris, California, and there's maybe not too much of a breeze, but in the shade it's nice. In the sun it can get a little burn if you have on too many clothes. If not, if you just have on a t-shirt, you'll be fine. It's beautiful outside today, so I encourage you guys to soak up a little bit of those healthy rays. Stay safe, put your SPF on, but get out there and enjoy it. It was so hot all summer. It was so hot for maybe 6 whole months. It was unbelievable how hot it was here in California, especially Riverside County. So today, this month is starting to break a little bit, and you can spend more time out there. Just be safe about, your skincare when you go out. I do a 50 every day, every morning. I put on a 50, even if I'm not going to be in the sun. I'll go ahead and put that on just in case the sun comes through my windows in the car and that kind of thing. So let me go ahead and jump into what Paint Hive Studio is doing. Paint Hive Studio is an awesome place to be for me and for all of my guests. But starting a business can be a very, very daunting thing for a lot of people. I get people every day asking me, what do I do first? What do I do? How do I want to start a business? Well, I don't know what to do. So I want to help you guys get a little bit of a simple layout on what to do before you start getting into, trying to start a business, but you don't have all your ducks in a row. Getting all your ducks in a row is important, very, very important for a lot of reasons: for security of your business name that you choose, for banking purposes, if you need a bank account to do any of your business, for taxation, you're going to need that so you can do write-offs. And also the biggie for 2020 was the grants. And there still may be some more grants coming out in your county. So if you have all your ducks in a row in the beginning, at least a year before the new grant comes out, you're going to be golden. You're going to be able to apply for that. And I had 2 businesses established where I was able to monopolize on 2 of the grants that we had coming out during the year of 2020 when COVID first struck us and we had to shut our doors. So since I had both of my businesses legally structured, I was able to apply no problem and get some money to help me stay floating and transitioning into new new products and new services for my business. So it's really important to get the legalities out of the way. It's a lot. Yeah, I mean, it might seem like a lot and something you don't want to do, but it's something you should do if you want to start a business. I started my sip and paint business back in 2015, and I set the groundwork for everything. I just didn't want to delay. I just wanted it to look like a legitimate business, basically. I want it to look like that. And when you look like that, you feel like that. You feel like you have a viable way of making the revenue that you need in a business format. So definitely think about those things. I have a list of things I want to share with you. You might want to get a pencil and paper while we're chatting right now, so that you can write down some notes. I plan on having a PDF go up on my website or on my social media, just to give you guys a list, my list, what I did. Okay. So I'm Latanya. I am Paint Hive Studio. I am a sip and paint entertainer, and my AKA, also known as Professor Queen Bee Artist. So I usually wear a crown and some antennas, and I usually have a whole lot of fun with the whole look of my business. I love branding. So I have that yellow and that black, that bumblebee thing, but that queen thing too. So I branded my business, and I wear the garb to support what my name says on my business cards and on my website and all of that. So let's go ahead and jump into the list. First thing, I'm just excited. I'm just excited to be able to be here today to talk to you guys about how to gently, easily set up your business if you want to set up a business, whether it's a sip and paint business, whether it's a clothing business, whether it's a food business, whether it's selling stuff on Etsy, or whatever you do for your business, you want to get your legals done. Okay, so the first thing that you want to do is get a fictitious name statement. What a fictitious name statement does for you is it protects your name, the name of your business. Mine is Paint Hive Studio. Nobody else can have Paint Hive Studio because I have paid for it. I registered it with the city of Riverside, or the county of Riverside. So whatever county you're in, that's where you want to get your name established. That's where you want to go to that county and get your name registered. It should be good everywhere, but nobody should be able to take Paint Hive Studio from me, no matter where I go. So I've registered it. You pay for it there. They'll send you a notice every 5 years to renew it. Definitely do that. Also, you can include additional names like your tag names or other ways that people might say Paint Hive Studio. Some people might just say Paint Hive. Some people might say The Hive. Some people might just say Paint Studio. So you want to put all those different names on that application so that you own them. You pretty much own those names. Nobody else can use them. Nobody can register them. Nobody can create a website, or that's domains. We'll talk about that later. But you want to definitely go to the county registrar's office in your county and get your name registered, your sip or your business name registered, whether it's a sip and paint or anything else. Just get that part done out of the way. The other reason that you want to do that is if you need a bank, if you want to get a bank account, you're going to need to have a fictitious name statement. You're also going to need to have a business license. So first of all, I have down fictitious name statement, number one. Get that done, because you can't move to the next step unless you lock in a name. The banks won't even see you unless you have your fictitious name statement done and published. So that's number two, publication. When you go to your registrar's office in your county, they have a sheet. They have a sheet with different publishers on there to send this fictitious name statement into, for them to publish it into a newspaper, which legitimizes your business name. So definitely look into getting it published. You don't have to use the sheet that they give you, but I think that they've done the research and they know the best ones to go with timely publishing. So definitely get it published. Once you get your fictitious name statement receipt done and they give you a number, they're going to give you a letter with a bunch of publishers on there. Call the publisher, send them everything that they need. They'll tell you exactly what you need to get it published in the newspaper. That legitimizes you. Business license, that's the next thing. Sometimes you can slide by without a business license, but I'm going to tell you, having a business license opens up other doors for you. So get your business license established in the city that you want. I am a mobile service, so I move all over the place. I don't have a brick and mortar. So I'm able to still use a business license in my city where I am, or in the city next to me. Actually, I have a business license in Menifee as well. So when you're a mobile entity, you're going to be able to still move around and still be a valid business with the business license that you have. So you don't have to worry about, say you're going to be doing business in San Diego, but your corporate headquarters is in LA and you're moving back and forth. You just get your corporate, you just get your business license where your corporate headquarters is. You don't have to worry about getting one in San Diego or wherever else you might want to do business. You're going to be mobile. So you want to get a business license, also a seller's permit. If you're making purchases and you want to avoid taxation when you make your purchase, you should have a business license with the Board of Equalization. And the Board of Equalization in California is over in San Bernardino County. Not sure where it is all over the rest of the states, but you want to find out where your Board of Equalization is and get yourself a seller's permit if you're going to be selling goods. You know, if you're going to be purchasing and selling goods, you want to get a seller's permit. With that, you avoid paying taxes on the things that you buy. But you must charge your clients the tax and send it to the Board of Equalization when you, I call it the BOE. Send it to the BOE at the end of your, I think it's quarterly or biannually, they send out a statement for you to pay taxes. So that's a really good thing to have if you are buying and selling. You want to get the seller's permit, avoid taxations at the counter or in the stores where you buy, and just forward all those taxes of those products that you bought to your clients. So that is number 4 on my list, a seller's permit. So then you also now, you need a place to put all that money, right? All those things that you're selling, you need a place to put it. You need a bank account. So you're going to go to the bank, but you're going to need to take a few documents with you. Number 1 will be your driver's license. They need to know it's you, right? So you're going to take your fictitious name statement. You're going to take your publication that was sent to you, and sometimes it takes about a month or 2 to get the publication on print for you to take it to the bank. So you're going to need to do those 2 things, and they might ask you for a business license. I've never had them ask me for a business license when I was trying to get a bank account, but bring it anyway. Driver's license, fictitious name statement, your publication, okay? And then you want to go to the bank and open up a business banking. Sometimes certain banks want you to have business bankings with a minimum of maybe $2,000 or $2,500 in there. Well, when you first start a business, you don't have that kind of money, right? So what I do is I get a personal account and link it or double it up. I put my name and the business name on it. So I start to generate more professional presence with my banking when I do it that way, because I couldn't open up a bank account with $2,500. I opened up a bank account with $25, and that was fine. Okay, so that's what you want to do. Open up a bank account. If you have to put your name on it, that's fine. You can transition later. Once you start making money, you can start, doing your own thing and getting a different kind of bank account. But I started off with the one that's linked to my name. I want to go back, because when you go into the county registrar's office to do your fictitious name statement, it's going to ask you, are you a sole proprietor, an LLC, an S Corp, or a C Corp? So whichever one you decide to be is up to you. Whichever one you could afford to be is up to you. I am a sole proprietor right now, but once I start building up my revenue and building up my clientele and and feel like I need to be a little bit safer legally with my business, then I'm going to change it to an LLC. Most people say you start off at an LLC because the minute you step into somebody's space, or you sell somebody something or anything like that, they can sue you. They can sue you if you're a sole proprietor, and they're going to sue and come after everything you have. That's why a lot of times people say the LLC is the way you go initially. If you can afford to do it, do it. I'm not sure what the prices are in this area, but I can do some research and I can put that in my feed along with the PDF that I'm going to create, so I can give you some prices on what that might cost you. So sole proprietor, LLC, they're both easy to do, but when you do your fictitious name statement, it's going to ask you which one are you. If you don't have documentation that shows you're an LLC or a C Corp or an S Corp, you can't put it on your document at the county registrar's office. You have to put sole proprietor because you don't have any proof of being an LLC or a C Corp or an S Corp. So just do sole proprietor, and then you can go back later and change everything once you get that initial business name established with the county. Okay, so excuse me, let me get a little sippy sip here. So so those things those are the basics that you do. The basics that you do. Your fictitious name statement and state what business entity you are. Your publication after you get the fictitious done. Your business license, your seller's permit, and your bank account. Those are the basics to get yourself established. Because again, like I said, once these new grants come out, because the counties are putting out grants to help businesses survive. So once they put out new grants, you're going to want to have this. You had to have, for the one in 2020, the grants that came out in 2020, you had to have your business established by January of 2019. So that was a whole year and a few months that I had to have my business already established, already signed, sealed, and delivered with the county. So get it done as soon as possible, because maybe next year they're going to have some new grants and you want to be able to jump on those with having your stuff all lined up, all your ducks in a row. So definitely get on the ball with getting that done. The next thing is, we're trying to be professional. We got the business license, we have the fictitious, we have all that stuff lined up, our bank account and everything. You want to continue to look professional by having a few other elements attached to your business, like a business line. I remember when I first started my business, I did not have a business line. I just had my regular cell phone number. People would call me to book parties, and I'd answer the phone like, hello? Hello? That's not professional, right? I didn't know who was who calling me. So I decided that I needed to separate the two. So what I've done is I got a service called eVoice. That's who I use. There's all kinds of services out there where you can get business phone lines or additional phone lines to attach just to your business. A friend of mine, Gail, just told me the other day that you can do Google Voice. It won't be an 800 number, but it'll be a number separate from your regular cell phone. So I tend to like the 800 numbers. It just seems a little bit more general. And sometimes when people look at prefixes on phone numbers, they think it's a certain area where they're not going to be able to access me. Say, for instance, I'm in the 951 area code right now. If I had a 213 area code as a business line, they might not call me because I'm a 213, and they might say, oh, she's too far away. I'm in the 951, so I can't. So that's why I have an 800 number, because it's pretty general. Nobody knows exactly where I'm located, but I can travel everywhere, but they don't know where they're calling. So I choose to stay with the general numbers, the 866, the 800, the 8 everything. So they got 8 everything now. So get a separate line just for your business. That makes sense, and that kind of helps your clients be more comfortable about calling, and will encourage them to call you when you have an 800 number. They won't have to worry that you're too far away from them. Also, you want to get a domain email. So once you get your fictitious name statement done, you got a name, right? You got a name. So you want to get a domain email address, which means you're going to have a website, all right? I kind of put that at the bottom, so let me go down there and talk about the website. So get a website. Get a website, set it up, and then once you get the website, within the website settings and the software that you apply yourself to, you're going to have access to getting yourself a domain email. All right? So a domain email means that the first part of your email address will be your business name. That also helps people to know and feel comfortable about emailing you, because they're sending it to a business name that's already established, that's connected to a website. So you want to go ahead and get that one. Actually, it's not the first part. So mine is My email address is latanya@painthivestudio.com. So my first name is the first part of my email address, and the second part is the dot painthivestudio. That is the domain part, .com. So there's .coms you can get, there's .business, there's .nets, there's all kinds of stuff. You just have to know what your domain server is going to have available to you. So get a domain email. That is a very good look, just as much as the 800 number. Very good look for you guys to have that when you start to establish that business, lay that business out. The next thing I want to talk about is your brand image, your colors, your elements that go into your logo, whatever you want to do. You don't have to really have that done when you go to the bank to get your business, your bank account and all that kind of stuff. But you might want to have that done when you want to solicit for business cards or t-shirts or wraps on your car or whatever you want to put that on. So have a great brand that really represents your business. Mine is Paint Hive Studio. The hive kind of connects to bees and hives, bees and their beehives. What is that? Yellow and black, right? What does that look like? What kind of things do you see? What kind of colors do you see when you think of those bees? You think of yellow and black. So my brand colors are yellow and black, or gold and black. All three of those. I kind of intermix the gold and the yellow together. So think of whatever your business is, what colors connect to it. If it's a self-help business, you might have things in your business, you might have colors in your business that might look green, organic, or might look blue, calming. If you're gardening, of course you're going to have maybe blues and greens. If you're a business that does weddings, you're probably going to have very soft pastel colors in there. So think of your business and attach colors to your business that can speak the story, can give more information about it. Also, elements. I like stripes. I have stripes. I mean, I might not like stripes, but I have stripes on things because bees have stripes on them. Okay. I feel like me as a person in running my business, that I am the CEO of my business. I am the president. I'm the everything about my business. So I consider myself to be the queen of my business. So that's why I came up with my AKA, Professor Queen Bee, because I'm also a teacher. So I'm Queen Bee of my business, and I wear yellow and black and a gold crown. And I also heighten the experience with my guests, and I have antennas. And I know a lot of y'all ain't going there. No, a lot of you guys are not going to go with all the garb and all that kind of stuff. But I thought it would be fun. I think being an entertainer in the arts is something to break the ice with a lot of people in their, their stresses right now, and maybe even boredom, and they just want to feel happy. They just want to see something fun. So in my business, I try to be more than just a painter. I want to be an entertainer. I want to be fun for them. I don't want them to sit there and be bored looking at just a regular old schmo standing up there painting. I put music on. I do all the fun stuff when you're an entertainer. You might be able to do that in other types of lines of business as well. Be the part of your artwork, or be the part of your business. Be the part. So we talked about brand images and colors to convey your service or product. You want to purchase business cards to go along with your business. You definitely have to have business cards. And yes, I have invested in paper business cards all of my life. No, I don't have one of the yellow ones. So I have paper business cards which convey my business, and I have my, you know what, I'm just going to get one out right now because I want to show y'all. I want to show you. So yeah, you want to get business cards, and I have invested in both paper, and I will be soon investing in a digital business card as well. So let me show you an idea. This is my business card. My logo is there to the left. This is me, my logo. And my brand colors are there. I have on a striped top. I have on my crown. I have on, I mean, you've probably seen, if you're following me on Instagram, you probably have seen this logo. But I just wanted to show you, it's laid out with all the information that I need. I have my brand colors on there, and I also included some pink. And what the pink and the pink ribbon means for me, and my business speaks for me, is that I'm a breast cancer survivor, and I support people taking good care of themselves and getting their diagnosis and getting their treatments and living a good life. So I feel like my pinks in here are me, and I'm living a good life with my business because I have so much fun doing it. So this is my business, my paper business card. I have another one, and this is Latanya Fine Art. Follow me on that as well. You're going to see some really beautiful artwork on this website. So that's LatanyaFineArt.com. And on the back of there, I just have my cell phone number. But here I have my 800 number. See that? Told you. The 800 number is on the business card. Or you can get one of these really cool digital business cards. And I just really kind of learned about them. And I'm anxious to get started with learning more about them and getting one and setting it up. They're NFC cards basically. So that's going to be a whole nother live later on when I get it so I can demonstrate. So get a digital business card or get paper business cards. I think that I want to always keep both and paper on a low level, because when I go out to do events, sometimes I just put a stack of cards out and people will pass by and just pick them up instead of looking for my tap. Because with the digital business card, it's a tap. You have to tap it, and all the information in the card will go onto their cell phone, which is a way better way to market and to stay connected to your followers and your guests that come to your events and want to buy your things or whatever it is. So it is a way better way. All your social platforms can be on there. All of your payment processing can be on there. All of your websites, whatever. You can have more than one website on there. So when I get mine, I'll be back to show you guys what that's like. It's going to be fun. So once you get your business card set up, your branded logo, your colors and all that stuff, get your business card, get your 800 number, all that stuff put on there so that you can have good representation of yourself. And I'm going to tell you guys, I use Got Print. They have good prices. They get them to you pretty fast. You might have to get a designer to do your layout for your business card. Fortunately, that's what I do as well. I'm a graphic designer, so I do all of my designing and set up all my cards, and I just send them out and get them in a few days. It's really important that you have a nice looking card, not just something that you typed up on the computer. And yeah, get a nice looking card. It's very impressive to have a nice looking card if you're going to go with paper. When I get my digital card, I'm also going to have this and this stuck to it. Yes. So definitely get that card on board. Website. Now it's time to talk about the website a little bit more. So you guys definitely have your website branded. Put your branded colors in there. Don't hesitate. Don't not do that. You want your branded cards and your branded website to match. I mean, if you got shirts, you want those to match. If you got other paraphernalia for your business, cups, whatever, make all that stuff match. It's really important to keep the theme running throughout everything that you do for your business. So the website is important. Be sure within your website, and I'll have another live for this, to talk to you guys about everything that you need to make sure you have in your website to keep yourself safe. All right? Terms and conditions, disclaimers, contracts, protected images, for protection for your content and your images in your website. And what else? Also, you want to, and that's it. Those 4 things are what you want to definitely make sure that you include in your website when you build one, because you don't want to mislead your clients or your customers, and you don't want to be taken advantage of and somebody sue you for something. So definitely have your disclaimers, your contracts, your terms and conditions, really bold on the stuff that you sell, your shipping, shipping refunds, all that stuff. You want to have all that in your terms and conditions. Okay? So let's move on to the next part. Know what your business is for. Your mission statement. What is your mission? What are you trying to do with your business? Well, what I'm trying to do with my business is to excite people, excite the community in the arts. That's what I want to do. So mine is about creating an atmosphere where people can come in and they can paint, and they can enjoy one another, they can learn something new, and then they can leave happy, and then they have a piece of artwork they can put on their walls. That's what my mission is, to make sure that my clients come in okay, but leave out okayer. Okay, so that's what I'm doing with my business. Stimulating the communities with art processes that make them happy, because art makes us happy. Believe it or not, art does make us happy. Just go to a museum or a gallery or somebody's house and see some really fantastic work. You're going to be like, oh, that's nice. So that's what art does. It makes you comment. So have your mission statement all set up. You want to accomplish that, and you want to include that. You can have a mission statement in your website as well. But you need to know. You need to be feel your business. Feel it. Feel it. What are you doing? Why are you doing it? What is the purpose of it? That's how you come up with your mission. So, when starting a business, and this is so important. I keep saying that, right? This is so important. I mean, oh my God, it's so important. Sometimes I look at people and I look at them and I feel like, do you really know what you're doing? So you want to be an expert at what you do. You want to be an expert. No, hands down, you cannot not be an expert at what you do if you're delivering the materials, the content, the product, whatever. You need to be an expert. And if you are not the expert, if you're just the money and the brains behind it, then you need to hire an expert to do what you need them to do for your business. Or it's going to fail, because people are not going to trust you or believe you that you know what you're doing in your business, and they're not going to use you. So be an expert. Do your research. Get some education if you need to. Take a class. I don't know. Do some YouTubes. YouTubes teach you everything. YouTubes can teach you a lot of stuff. Really, they can. So be an expert. And me as an expert, I just give you a little bit more of my background. I am in the healing arts. Basically, I'm a healthcare professional. I deal with the human body, the entire human body, for healthcare purposes, for the maintenance of breast care. Okay, that's what I do right now. Currently, I still do. But I'm also an associate professor at different colleges where I'm teaching art. So I'm healing the body on the inside, emotionally, mentally, psychologically. So I am in the healing of the body using art and using my skills in imaging to help the doctors discover cancers in breast tissue and any other parts of the body. So I think that you need to know your stuff. And I've been to school a lot. I have a degree in science. I have a degree in graphic design. I have a master's degree in painting. I've been an educator for 22 years on a college level.